Tonight, people across the country talking about the shooting death of a political activist on a university campus.
This is civil, open discourse, and the fact that he was targeted because of that should be shocking to all of us.
Tonight, we talk with that expert about what he calls a recent trend of political violence.
And parents got concerned when they saw kids' school bus all over the road, the short and long-term consequences the bus driver faced.
And new charges for a man accused of a police standoff and the death of a Columbus chef. Today, the victim's daughter talked about losing her dad one day before his birthday.
Live, local, late breaking. From the WHIO Broadcast Center in Dayton, this is News Center 7.
And tonight, the FBI is searching for the person who shot and killed political activist Charlie Kirk during a rally in Utah. I'm Gabrielle Enright.
And I'm James Brown. The FBI talked with 2 people, but let them go tonight. The shooting was on Utah Valley University's campus this afternoon.
In Washington, D.C., a moment of silence was held for Kirk on the House floor. Kirk was 31 and leaves behind a wife and 2 children. Utah's governor calls the death of conservative activist Charlie Kirk a political assassination.
10 to 20 seconds later, after I got done talking to Charlie, I saw that he was shot in the neck and that he was squirting blood everywhere.
Someone shot Kirk before an audience of 3,000 during a speaking event at Utah Valley University Wednesday afternoon. Kirk was a hugely successful radio host, social media influencer, and political organizer who gained notoriety for his fiery right-wing views. Seconds before the shooting, Kirk was asked a question about mass shootings.
Do you know how many transgender Americans have been mass shooters over the last 10 years?
Too many.
One witness describes the chaos that followed the gunshot.
I saw all the crowd running as fast as they could, and I was worried about people trampling each other.
Kirk was an ally to President Donald Trump. Trump taking to Truth Social, saying, quote, "The great and even legendary Charlie Kirk is dead. No one understood or had the heart of the young in the United States of America better than Charlie." Lawmakers on both sides of the aisle are condemning the attack.
There is just no justification for the political violence that we're seeing in this country.
It is, a horrendous thing to see.
Utah's governor called Kirk's death a dark day for his state and a tragic day for our nation.
When someone takes the life of a person because of their ideas or their ideals, then that very constitutional foundation is threatened.
And let's get to News Center 7's Mason Fletcher, live in Montgomery County. Mason, you talked with the Cedarville University political science professor about today's deadly violence.
Dr. Mark Caleb Smith told me on some level he was shocked at what happened today, but was not terribly surprised. He told me he feels we're entering a phase where what happened today is unfortunately becoming more common.
Nobody deserves to be shot for what they're saying in public.
It's the overarching reaction after political activist Charlie Kirk was shot and killed at a speaking event in Utah Wednesday. Politicians locally and nationally shared their thoughts on social media. Ohio Governor Mike DeWine said political violence is completely unacceptable. Former President Joe Biden said there is no place in our country for this kind of violence. Cedarville political expert Mark Caleb Smith told me the trend of political violence stretches beyond party lines.
There's a lot of heated rhetoric on both sides that are using words and concepts like war, and this is the end of the world if this administration wins. And so this kind of heated approach to politics, I fear that it encourages a rash reaction.
Caleb Smith called our country's political discourse broken, saying a public forum similar to Kirk's rally should not be the only way people have political conversations.
But it reveals the fact that we think that's what's necessary for discourse. In other words, it's not taking place inside the classroom. It's not taking place inside the cafeteria or the dorm room. We've got to have a public spectacle about it, that we use it to generate attention.
I asked him the question so many people have. What is the solution?
And I think best case scenario, you get a talented leader who's able to reach across the aisle, reshuffle their party, rethink all of the issues, and then sort of politics reorients itself and we see a change for at least 20 to 40 years.
But he compared right now to the political climate in the 60s and 70s. Americans saw the assassinations of President John F. Kennedy and civil rights activist Martin Luther King Jr., along with the attempted assassination of 2 other presidents and the civil rights movement.
But we see phases throughout American history where things get really hot, things boil, and then eventually we sort of figure things out, we move past it. And so I hope that we're going to figure things out and move past it. But, you know, my fear is we're just starting.
Dr. Caleb Smith told me after what happened today, he hopes for more civility around the country, and he hopes people are more careful of the words they use. In Montgomery County, Mason Fletcher, News Center 7.